Metal rules. What's up, guys? It's me, Jammin' Music Man, and welcome to my all-new album review video. And today it's going to be for one of my favorite new wave of British heavy metal bands, Diamond Head, Lightning to the Nations. And as of course you can see, I'm dressed fittingly for today's video. I have the black Iron Maiden t-shirt, the biker gloves, and the biker jacket. And Diamond Head were one of the leading new wave of British heavy metal bands, or as some people like to call the genre, new wabum. And acts associated with that are Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Angel Witch, Tigers of Pantang. And you can find many sites here on YouTube or the internet just strictly dedicated to new wave of British heavy metal. But Diamond Head started out in 1976 as just, local high school friends getting a band together, playing covers, doing various shows, and eventually recorded a demo album which helped them to open up for AC/DC and Iron Maiden, I believe, in '79. But Lightning to the Nations was originally intended to be a demo for record labels to hear, and they later on went on to release this album independently, and they put an ad in Sounds magazine, which is a British magazine, and sold, I believe, well over maybe 1,000 copies. That was just strictly white. And the reason why it was just strictly white is because the band didn't have a whole lot of money, and the band manager produced the album cover himself. And when you would order the album through the mail, it would only have one of the band members' signatures with no track listings, and you really didn't have a title for the album. But it later on went on to become Lightning to the Nations, and I know a lot of die-hard album collectors pay lots of money to have. There's another cover version of this album that a lot of big album collectors pay a lot of money for. But I bought this off of CD Universe. You can't find this album like Walmart or Best Buy. Your best bet is to order it through sites like CD Universe, Amazon.com, sites like that. But when this album was released, it was released in 1980, which is considered the best year for British metal, hard rock albums like Back in Black, British Steel. A lot of the emerging new wave British metal bands were coming out that year, and this is one of the best of that genre. Metallica, Megadeth have highly been influenced by Diamond Head, and the Diamond Head only released just a few albums in the 80s, but they have a loyal fan base, and they still play shows to this day. And I recently saw on VH1 Classic the Big Four with Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. At the end of the show, they all came out and did a cover of Diamond Head's Am I Evil, which is probably the best track off of the debut album, which, speaks a lot to the influence that this band had. But I'm just going to give you the track listings. This album right here, the White Album, it's 14 tracks in all, which gives you the original 7 and plus 7 more with the bonus tracks. And the album starts off with the great killer track, Lightning to the Nations, great rock song. Number 2 is The Prince, another great rock song. Number 3 is Suckin' My Love, another great rock track, personal favorite of mine. Number 4 is the classic Am I Evil, and it starts off with a great, almost Eddie Van Halen riff, and the guitar player is just great on this track. And it's, you got to hear this. If Metallica and Megadeth and all those bands get together and do it, it's going to be a great song to listen to. Number 5 is Sweet and Innocent. Number 6, It's Electric, and number 7 is Helpless. Those first 7 were on the original album. Now I'm going to give you the 7 bonus tracks. Number 8 is Shoot Out the Lights. Number 9 is Streets of Gold. Number 10 is Waited Too Long. Number 11 is Play It Loud. Number 12 is Diamond Lights. Number 13, We Won't Be Back. Number 14, I Don't Got. So the feel of the album, you know, very old school, new wave of British heavy metal, you know, type rock, you know, not no any wimpy ballads or anything like that. It's just straight ahead old school metal. And if you're into bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, you gotta have this in your collection. It's a classic. A lot of people, you know, consider Diamond Head one of the best of that genre, and Lightning to the Nations is one of the best definitive albums of new wave of British heavy metal. So I'm giving this album a 5 stars. You go have this in your collection. It's a great album to listen to. All the songs are very killer. And like I said, you can only order this album online. So check out CD Universe and Amazon.com. I picked this album up for like 13 bucks, so, you know, it's worth the buy. But 5 stars for Diamond Head, Lightning to the Nations. Keep listening to the music. I hope you share your memories and thoughts of the album. And once again, I'm Jammin' Music Man, and keep listening to the music.